have my small flat file, and this might round my tip out more too and make me feel better about it. How about off? Alright. When you grind your tip here, make sure you bump off just the very sharp point there. I explained that already. Come on out. I let it fall down in there. Okay. We can take the collet off. Alright. Set that aside. Let's look and see what we've got here. We are closer. Okay, good. Next step is cleaning up the top of the pin so it fits well in the chamber, turns well in the lock. Because what we really want is a smooth turning lock. Okay. Alright, see what we got out of that. And yeah, fitting pins this way is time consuming. I'm not going to deny that, but it is satisfying. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Oops, I was out of frame there. Let me get this glass out of the way, it threw me off. And knock over some locks. So you can see how that, if I look at the side here, I can see that it's still poking up a little bit, but that's probably because they flattened this top of the chamber. So I will have to put it in the court and find out how it actually rides. You flip that core around the right way. Doesn't hurt anything right now. Okay, so now I'm not fitting in there just yet, so I will take it down again until it does fit in there perfectly. From this point on, I'm just rehashing, redoing what I've been doing, so I will fast forward this in the video and not waste your time with it. See you on the other side. Alright guys, I'm back. Without getting too carried away here, I believe I've made a fairly complicated, simple lock. Like I said, we're not going to thread the chambers, we're not going to countermill, we're not going to recess anything. No tricks and traps in there, nothing in the Bible. It's just going to be a simple padlock with extreme bitting. And the pin edge is going to be fairly nice. You know what, I want to make one little change here. Can I find... I don't like this standard pin here. So, we'll put that aside. We will take the original serrated pin out of that came with the lock. That way, you know, it has one original pin. I don't know if that means anything. It's just, you know, there it is. Alright, so get you down here so you can see. Wow. Crane won't stay steady. Alright. So we cut our own pins in 1, 3, and 5. Put a little serration at the tops of each one. We have a T-pin in 1. We have a triple spool, if you want to call it that, in 2. We have a tiered spool in 3. Serrated in 4. The simple serrated in 5. And a serrated spool in 6. Along with steel, copper, steel, copper, steel, steel. Short coppers on these 2 long pins. I know this is a long pin, but that long steel is going to make that a much tougher pin to push. So we will go ahead and try to stay in frame. I've got the frame so tight right now it's hard to feel what all's going on here. Let's go ahead and pin her up. Have a look at it. The short pins again are the 0-bitted pins that come with the lock. That way you don't have to get too crazy. You can get as crazy as you want. That's the great thing about making your own and this lock building stuff, is just let your mind go, wander, find, be devious, think of new things. Okay. Alright, sorry about that. I did not format the video card and it filled up. I had to change it. Back to what I was doing. So on our top pins, pin 1 is a T-pin. We don't have a lot of room here in this chamber to mess with, so it will be all T-pin in there. The body of the pin does not engage the shear line. Pin 2, I have my triple spool. That two sections of the spool go in, and the middle ring there, the second ring, engages the shear line. So that's a good thing. Our tiered spool fits in there like so. Does not engage much. Turn around. Yep, does not engage much, but there it is. Our serrated goes deep in there. So we get plenty of serration action in that. And of course our ABUS serrated. The serration goes just under the shear line. It may or may not engage, I don't know. And then our serrated spool goes way down in there. So that's going to look good. We'll have to put her together now and see how she does. I'll go ahead and back you up here. Got our core loaded. Get our follow rod here. You guys want an easy pin loading follower. That's this guy right here. I don't remember what it's called, where I got him. Look around the internet and find it. It does help a lot. So I'm going to cover the last 2 holes, or first 2 holes. I'm going to start with pin 3, 4, 5, and 6. You just drop your spring in there, she goes right in the hole. Drop your pin in there, right in the hole, shove her down, there you go. No fuss, no muss. Get them all fired in there real quick. Actually, I think I want this flipped around. I want to engage that end instead. Oops. One more thing about these ABUS locks that I just did not think about. My fault. They have a plate that comes with them. Now, we need this little brass plate. If you haven't bought an ABUS before, you haven't seen this. This little brass plate has to be slid in. And then you have to be careful that it doesn't slide out while you're pinning your lock. This one holds in nice, but the one before did not. It would slide out. So be careful with that. Alright, got our pin oriented. Stuff her down in there, cool. Come around, pick up the other two. Chamber 2 and 1. Alright, rotate that around. These detent balls you want to run on the smooth part, that's all. Okay, let's get her going in there. Am I in camera? Make sure I get that detent pushed in all the way. There we go. Alright. Now that's confidence right there. I locked that up because I know this key is going to work. Yeah, I think, no, I knew. It fits very well. Alright. Now, back to what we're not supposed to forget. When you put these 83 cores together, and I'm sorry to say I'm learned from experience, don't do a thing until you get this thing back on there. See, I got excited because I was rekeying that other lock, and I made everything fit, and it was like first time that I really got into fitting pins, and I was like, woohoo, nice, slapped it together, closed it up, put the key in it, and oops, it was no good. Alright, this doesn't, kicked off to the side a little bit. See, this little pin needs to be centered up in the hole. So let's kick that around. There we go. Mo better. Alright, we are secure. Where'd our lock go? Okie dokie. Put a screw in it. Put a screwdriver in the screw. And drive the screw into the lock. You don't have to crush it. It's good enough. Alright, the bitting, as you see, is a little chunky, but I can polish that up. Give it a little bit more work, being careful not to take off the tips of the lands. But you do want her smooth, and it'll slide in before you know it like gravy and just in and out. Alright, thank you for watching. We'll get this picked on another time. I think I've gone on long enough. Enjoy. Buy some ABUS locks. Pin them up how you want. And just have a ball. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.